The active CSGO drop pool doesn't contain very many cases, and whenever a case gets removed from the drop pool, it usually results in a massive spike up in price right away. A great opportunity to either flip some cases for a quick buck or finally start to profit off those cases you've been hoarding. So today, let's look at what case is most likely to be removed next and if it's worth investing into. So as always, if you do enjoy, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and just before we get into it, check out this quick pre-roll from the sponsor SkinsMonkey on how to get a free $5 trading your skins. SkinsMonkey is a CSGO trading site where you can find great prices to trade your skins at, and just to prove it, here's me trading my USPS monster mashup for a stat track AK Cartel, and it's practically a break-even trade. You could even make some money, and here's how. SkinsMonkey is offering up to a $5 bonus if you sign up through that link in the description today, or just enter code SUKA in the top right when you log into the site. And even if you don't want to trade, SkinsMonkey also has constant giveaways going on under the freebies tab, so be sure to check them out and enter for free. Link at the top of the description. But for now, let's get right into it. Okay, so first off, the current cases that are in the active drop pool is only 5 cases, and they include the Recoil, Dreams and Nightmares, Snakebite, Fracture, and Clutch cases. So let's talk about what a moderator of the CSGO market forum on Reddit has to say about these cases, and why his 2 most likely to get removed are either the Fracture or Snakebite case, because he has really solid reasoning. And his reasoning is entirely based on the unboxing demand of all the current active cases, which looks like this. Note that all the blue bars are cases that are currently active dropping. Clutch cases, despite being in the mid 30 cents, are miles ahead of the competition as of July. Fracture cases are barely being unboxed at all compared to all the other cases that are actively being dropped, while Snakebite, Dreams and Nightmares, and the Recoil case all sit right around 2.7 million unboxed in the month of June. Now, this guy named Blaine points out 2 separate scenarios. First, for the Fracture case, pretty much stating usually operation cases add a new knife or finish, so it's possible the Shattered Web knives, which are of course in the Fracture case as well, get chroma finishes and the OG case moves to rare. The next operation case could have these finishes and become discontinued, simply after a similar rare item case will join the active pool and replace Fracture. It was also the least opened case next to Prisma 2 when that was moved out with the new Recoil case. Prisma 2 of course being removed right when the Recoil case got released, and that was the most recent case that got removed. So you got to imagine that the Fracture case is first in line. It isn't unboxed anywhere near as much as the other cases, and assuming the next case is going to be an operation case, which it should be all things considered, and we get new knife finishes with that, it's very possible we see the Fracture case pushed out of the active drop pool, considering it doesn't really have very much hype behind it compared to all the other actively dropping cases. But let's also look at the Snakebite case, where Blaine points out that there are 3 cases with the same rare special items in this case. The Recoil case just got added to the game with the same ones, and the Broken Fang cases had them as well. So even though the Fracture case isn't unboxed anywhere near as much, it doesn't really make sense to keep the Snakebite case in the game either, since the Recoil case got released and it has the same knives. Both cases absolutely seem like they can be removed, so your guys' guess is honestly as good as mine. It could really go either way. But what exactly happens when a case gets removed? How crazy is the price action? Let's take a look at the last time a case got removed from the active drop pool, when the Prisma 2 case got removed. We saw an initial spike from about 5 cents to 9 cents, and then it continued upwards towards the end of July before things just really started slowing down alongside the entire case market, as everything just kind of sits completely flat right now with no real price action. So here's the thing. If the Fracture case gets removed, first off, it's already at 14 cents, unlike the 5 cents that the Prisma 2 case was at. We just don't see any 5-cent cases anymore. That was really just a thing of the past at this point, but I still definitely think there's a possibility we see the same hype in the Fracture case right off the bat, and we see it spike up to an amount where you could definitely flip them for a profit. I feel like it's going to be more of a situation, and depending on how the entire case market is doing, if we see it continue upwards like the Prisma 2 case did off the rip, an initial spike, and then it just continues up for another month, or just has an initial spike, then goes sideways off the rip for a while. Now, as for if the Snakebite case gets removed, I think we'll once again see a small initial bump in price, but with it being at 14 cents already, and with the Recoil case having these same rare special items, and definitely gonna be an active drop in the pool for the foreseeable future, I don't really think this thing is worth touching if it gets removed. I think there's better cheap cases out there like the CS20 and Revolver case, just to name a few off the top of my head, but they have so much better potential than something that would have just got removed from the active drop pool and have another case in the active drop pool with the same knives. I don't really see a point to investing if that's a scenario, and it's already at 14 cents, so it's like if the thing was at 5 cents or whatever the Prisma 2 case was at, like something very cheap, then I could see flipping it for a profit. But it's already at a decently high level compared to stuff we've seen in the past, so I'm not really messing with it right now as long as there's another case with the same rare special items in the pool. So that's probably gonna be off my table for quite a while. But that's really just all my thoughts, so let me know, do you guys think it's gonna be one of the cases removed, or are we gonna see something else taken out of the active drop pool instead? Honestly, I wish the clutch case would get taken out. That thing would explode in price, but it just doesn't seem realistic. There's way too much hype behind it, and Valve's making way too much money, seemingly to remove it anytime soon. So beyond all that, I think that is going to wrap it up for this one. As always, all of this is just my own opinion and not financial advice, so if you want to invest, it always contains a risk of losing your money, so do your own research and realize that there is always potential loss involved. But if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And of course, check out Skins Monkey for that free $5 bonus as well. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.